Welcome back to rTech. In today's video, we're going to upgrade a H16 halogen bulb to an LED. So these were ordered from AliExpress. The bulb company, well, it's not a well-known brand. It's called Saarmat, and it's a H16 spec LED bulb. They consume about 30 watts each, generates about 9,600 lumens in total. So that's about 4,000 odd for each of the bulbs. H16s are really small bulbs and very difficult to find as compared to other bulbs like H7. These are IP67 rated, so they can resist a little bit of water. Has about 50,000 hours of running time, and build quality seems okay. Look at those swivel cords, they're really nice and strong. They look strong at least. Anyway, the aluminum, did not look as premium as some of the other bulbs I have. This was much heavier. Of course, there was a lot of thickness. As you can see, the bulb itself looks really bulky. And that's the H16 cord, which connects at the other end. And as usual, you have a cooling fan at the back. Yeah, so they do feel solid and strong. There's also a nice silicone washer so that water doesn't enter your fog lamp housing. So let's go ahead and see how we can replace our existing halogen bulbs with these. So the car I'm going to use this on is a Tata Nexon. It uses the H16 bulb. I think most of the new vehicles use H16 bulb because they're really small and they consume less power. This particular, type of bulb, the H16. So this is the Tata Nexon. Now, initially I had a lot of trouble opening this up because, I don't know, it's a new car and nobody knows how to kind of do it yourself, replace lights and stuff. So I had a tough time figuring out how to open this unit and access the fog lamp bulb. I could access it from the engine bay, but I couldn't, really see what I'm doing. So ultimately, it so happened that, you need to remove the top layer first, and you just have to give a little bit of leverage with a soft plastic or, a screwdriver very carefully, and the top comes off. And then you see that it's got 3 screws holding the back plate. So once you take those off, we should see the unit slide out. The plastic covering, I mean. The bulb looks so small, I'm just wondering whether the LED is actually going to fit in its place. Anyway, let's take off this plastic cladding. Okay, once that is off, you should see that the fog lamp unit is easily accessible now. And it has 4 screws holding it in place. So this place is dusty because it's kind of facing the road and it's going to be very dirty at times. So let's use a screwdriver and get these off. And once you remove them, just ensure that you don't lose the screws. Okay, so once you got the screws off, you'll see that the unit comes off in your hand, and you'll have a wiring which is connected to the back. I initially found it a little difficult to understand how to remove that, but it's just got 2 clips on the side that's holding it. So once you just give a little bit of pressure, that should release. And again, I removed the wrong wire initially. So it's not the gray unit that you need to separate. You need to just take out the entire plug right in front. And that was actually simpler than I thought. So it just has 2 small clamps on the side. And once you give a little bit of pressure, they come off. Yep, so that's it. Just remember the polarity, right? And usually the positives have a darker wire. Okay, so the unit is now separate. And give a slight twist and the bulb should be off too. Let's give it a try. Okay, anti-clockwise, and that's the bulb. It's really tiny. Okay, so you just need to put it in and just give it a twist. Okay, so here's the LED. I just placed it in there just to make sure that it fits. And yeah, so just make sure that the grooves are aligned. So it has 3 different sized grooves. So the bulb will only fit in one direction. So you put it and you just have to align it properly and then give it a twist. Okay, the biggest one goes on the biggest groove. And yeah, that's a nice snug fit. It does fit. I'm so happy. Okay, that's the bulb inside. And again, align the plugs. It's not a one-sided plug, so it will fit both sides because they don't know you're putting an LED. So just make sure that you align the terminals right and then plug it in. As simple as that. So let's leave it back for testing. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. Let's hope they come up. Okay. And here you go. It's nice and white, but these bulbs are really noisy. And there's a lot of vibration. I could really feel that. Okay, I mean, never mind, let's come to that later. So you can look at the original bulb on the right. It's got a yellowish tinge, as all halogens do, but this one's got nice white light. It's not aligned, so right now it looks like it's just falling all over the place, but I think it should be fine. Okay, let's go to the original one. And here you would see that it's got a nice orange tinge, whereas the LEDs are much brighter. And also, in case you notice, there's a small adjustment screw on the fog lamps. Some of the brands might have it. It helps you kind of align the height of the light. Okay, and let's go ahead and fix this back. So the covers are fixed back in the same order. The bottom half goes first, then the 3 screws, and then the top lid. And then we have the test drives. So again, remember the original bulbs that this car came with were 19 watts each, and they were really pointless because although they gave out some light, I didn't find it bright, or did not have enough throw. So I'm hoping these make a big difference. Let's click the fog lamp button. There you go. So it seems like you know, the light's flickering, but it's just the camera, it's a little dark and it's not able to pick it up. And the road is really black because of the rains. That's my headlight. They're from Aming GPU, but the fog lamps are really, really noisy. I don't know why, but they're making a lot of noise and a lot of vibrations. I could just feel that. I'll leave a link for the, you know, other review I had for my headlights. So yeah, there's good throw on the sides of the roads, and you can see the difference between the headlamp and the fog lamp. Kind of completes the gap. So it gives you an entire road full of light. See how well it lights up the sides. Does a good job. So can you actually drive with these fog lamps on without the headlights on? Well, maybe at really slow speeds, but I think my headlights are so important. I really love my headlights, and the fog lamps are always a bonus light. So I would always suggest, you know, drive with your headlights as well as your fog lamps on if you have them. And that's my short review on the H16 LED bulbs. So do leave your comments below. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon in case you want to see the newer videos as soon as they come out. And I would like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.